Last month, a woman died in a house fire in Sun Valley. Her 2 adult children who lived with her are now homeless. As the fire raged, the brother and sister say they pleaded with first responders to get their mother out of the house. Alexandra Ray spoke with the siblings and first responders for a closer look at what happened that day. Alexandra?
Yeah, Kristen, this tragedy left the victims of the fire with more questions than answers after they found their home in a pile of rubble after the fire was put out. We dug deeper to find out what happened, and this is how it started.
I immediately started screaming. My mom's in there.
And I looked, and there was 2 other Washington County sheriffs, but they were standing there looking at each other. One was laughing, and that kind of like really set me off. I mean, just to see that they were how unprofessional that they were just having a good old time out in front of a fire.
Both siblings say they felt no one believed them when they were yelling their mother was trapped in the fire.
So I ran into the burning building. I made it about halfway through the front door before they picked me up and threw me back and told me, like, you can't do that.
So I ran down the hill and screaming that my mom was inside. My mom's in there. My mom's in there. And all 4 of them turned around. They saw me coming, and then they went like to try to stop me. And I tried to go around them. And they tased me. And I got hit with the taser in the hand.
They then proceeded to put me in handcuffs and throw me in the back of a cop car.
The Washoe County Sheriff's Office didn't respond to several requests to talk to us about what happened that day, but Truckee Meadows Fire Chief did.
The scene was very, very chaotic. Obviously, that there's people wanting to go into the house and find their loved one, but we can't let those people go in there. That's certain death. We don't even go in there with breathing apparatus and our protective clothing.
Chief Moore says those times are very challenging on all involved.
That is a really tough thing for the firefighters to have to deal with because we are always fighting a fire aggressively, but knowing that somebody's entrapped inside a structure that's that involved in fire, there's nothing that we can do differently than what we're trained to do. And again, in this case, we have to suppress the fire from the outside and then go in to see if we can find whoever may be alive or needs rescue.
Chief Moore stressed that the fire was so unstable it would have been fatal to anyone who entered. After the fire was put out, the siblings say deputies let them go. But then they couldn't understand why what was left of the home was being bulldozed. We asked Chief Moore.
The remaining portion of the structure wasn't safe, again, because it was windy. And we had to knock that down because it was a hazard to anybody else that debris flying off into the street or whatever. We had to remove or push down the rest of the building after extinguishment was complete. 45 years in the fire service, I've seen fires rekindle like that all the time, and that's just really what we have to do.
The chief mentioned the home had so much fire damage that they were not able to find out how the fire initially started after the investigation. In the aftermath of the fire, the Red Cross helped the siblings as they worked to start over. For Jeff, that means living in a shed right next to where his home once stood.
It's home for right now. It's all we got. We're sifting through the ashes and the rubble here, and we're pulling things out. Like she found my wallet in there. You can see how dirty it is still.
I just want everybody to know how beautiful my mom was. She was such a good person. She did not deserve to go out like this. She was like the most caring person you could ever meet. She would give a stranger the shoes off of her feet if they were her only pair.
We want to express our deepest condolences to the family, first and foremost. And it's sad when you die in the place where you think you're the safest, and from a tragic fire like this, and our heart goes out to the family, yes.
Yeah, the siblings also say that they need all the help that they can get to start over. And if you are interested in helping them, you can find their GoFundMe on our website, 2news.com. Covering the story, Alexandra Ray, 2 News, Nevada.